I'll go ahead and get started with the thing. Because got a lot to do today. So, oh, I have to do this. Okay. So yeah, a little bit. Hello, everyone. I'm back. I'm back after the weekend of. I'm back after a weekend of watching fighting games and watching people play fighting games competitively and freaking out and spamming job applications. So, if you didn't, so that's basically like at the end of last Wednesday, I got near the end of a Mario Galaxy, but I just didn't feel like going a little bit farther. So I still got about 5 more stars to get, which means I'll need to beat like 5 more levels. And then after that point, I should be able to get to the final level of the game and then go ahead and beat it. And there's a red star over there. Because I missed out on streaming Trails to Azure last week, I'm gonna actually after I beat Trails, since I beat Trails to Azure, since I missed out on Trails to Azure last week, I'm gonna play or after I beat this game. Well, first thing we're gonna do after I beat this game is I'm gonna watch back through the Evo announcements that happened over the weekend, and also watch the Sagat trailer because I didn't realize this still. Like I think Sagat releases in Street Fighter 6 today, but I didn't watch the trailer that released for him like 2 weeks ago, and thought that would be fun to do. Yeah, so there's a couple of trailers for things from different fighting games that I want to watch, and I'll be doing that in between Mario Galaxy and Trails to Azure. Dang it! Oh, I guess it just won't let me go to that. I wanted to go to that thing in the distance with those green stars on it, but I guess I just can't. All right then. Anyway, so yeah, the this is going to be the finale of a Mario Galaxy, and then it will also be the starting Chapter 3 in Trails to Azure. But and watching all the Evo announcements. In addition to that, I mentioned this in the Discord and on Blue Sky. But to recap, so over the weekend, whilst I was applying for jobs, applying for jobs, I got them. I had to pay my utility. I had to pay my utility bills for the month. My utility and internet bills, and phone bills and car bills for the month of July. And I found out that I got charged like an unexpected like extra 200. Well, unexpected like $180. By the time taxes gets included, it adds up to $200. So an unexpected like 180 $200 on my utility bill. And the reason for that, what happened was I had forgotten that being in Texas, uh, Texas, uh, Texas utility companies really don't like it when you have your air conditioning on in 90 plus degree weather. They really don't like you trying to avoid melting in your house. So that, plus having to pay for a new car battery a few weeks ago. I think I mentioned that on stream, but I tried to drive my car once and then just unexpectedly found the car battery depleted, so I had to quickly go rush off to get a new one. So those two things together are kind of hit my finances at a time when I really don't need my finances to be hit by stuff like that. So unfortunately, instead of a donation duel, which I was hoping, which I had mentioned doing, or starting a new donation duel, I'm instead going to open up donation goals because I need a bit more. I need a bit more money. Whilst I need a bit more money to like make sure that I can cover that and afford other things whilst I continue job hunting. But what I'm doing just as a thank you for all the money that has already been donated, because y'all already donated quite a bit of money for the donation duels. I've taken that money that was donated throughout July as part of the donation duels, and I added it to the I'm counting it towards the first donate. I'm counting it towards the donation goals. So there was a total of I calculated it out, and it was a total of like $166.62. And the first donation goal is at $200. So the first donation goal is at $200. So we're actually only because of that we're only about less than $40 away from the first donation goal. Which that would be all the donation goals for August are these are those charity well not charity streams. I can't I wish it could be a charity stream, but I unfortunately can't do a charity stream right now. There are these showcase streams that I've mentioned wanting to do. Like the first one is the handheld horror showcase at about $200, which again we're less than $40 away from. The second one is the GBA, the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance game showcase at about $400, and the third one would be obscure anime games showcase at about $600. So like the Bloody Roar showcase and that SNK Fighters Marathon from Hell that I did last year, both of these streams would be like me playing through a bunch of games I find really interesting. Although instead of like from a series, these would all be around a theme. Like the first one, the handheld horror showcase. I've already come up with the reason why that one's like the first donation goal is I've already made most of a list. I've already made most of a list for that sort of stream. That's just because it's something something I'd already been considering doing. And it's basically like games from the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, DS, and Nintendo 3DS, like horror games from that. Like if there are all the attempts at making a horror game on those platforms. Also, maybe the PS Vita and PSP and PS Vita, if I can fit those in. But I've already got a pretty interesting list of games from what I was able to find for the handheld for the from the Game Boy and DS line, the Game Boy, DS, and 3DS lines. But I mean, if we do reach that donation goal, that'll give me a reason. That'll give me incentive to look at the PSP and PS Vita libraries as well. The second one is that Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance fighting game showcase, because that was originally part of a larger idea to like have a full on like handheld fighting game showcase, but then I found out there are actually quite a few DS and 3DS fighting games, so those could eventually get their own showcases. If this Game Boy Advance Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color fighting game showcase goes through. Yeah, that would be basically these are based around like the reason why the donation goals are at the tier, I guess you'd say they are like handheld horror than fighting Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance fighting games and obscure anime games is because of how much work it would require for them. Like the obscure anime games, what that is not like lesser known like Dragon Ball games or lesser known One Piece games. Because there's enough there's enough Dragon Ball games, enough Gundam games, enough One Piece games, enough games for for like well known shonen series that those could potentially get their own showcase streams. This would be like the obscure anime game showcase would be like basically games for anime that you wouldn't expect there to be video games for. Like I mentioned in the Discord, one of the examples was like the Full Metal Alchemist PS2 trilogy, which is something I just like. I can now that I've seen them, I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense that they would make Full Metal Alchemist games. I just never would have thought like, oh, I had never heard anyone mention ever that there was like PS2 Full Metal Alchemist games. And this would basically be like that. I'd actually like go to the Discord and I'd go on maybe I'd go to the Discord and maybe even on Blue Sky and see like I'd ask around like what anime I'd ask y'all what anime y'all would like me to find games for. What anime would y'all like to see if there are any games for? And then after I get a list of anime from y'all, I'd actually go out and check to see like what anime actually have video games released for them. Like just an example for myself, if there's like any Outlaw Star video games, which I've never heard of anything about. Okay, 5 stars. Then we lead you special at the center of the unit. Okay, 5 stars left. Yes. Okay. One. Okay, there's a couple there. Let's go to the engine room first. Yeah, let's go to the engine room first and see what's around there. Yeah, each of these streams, like, they're not just showcase streams, they're actually, all three of them are a little bit different if they end up happening. Handheld horror will basically be going into, like, like, different developers' attempts to make, like, a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and DS, 3DS horror games. And then, like, kind of how, like, some modern day indie horror games, because that have actually been influenced by, those systems. So like games that aren't modern, like modern indie horror games, they're not on those systems. They're not on Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, or Nintendo DS. But their style was like very definitely influenced by those systems. The GBA GBC Game Boy Color fighting game showcase. That's gonna basically like me playing a bunch of me playing a bunch of fighting games on those systems and seeing if like basically seeing if like how well like a developer can fit a fighting game on that system or make it work on like those systems when it's being restricted by the Game Boy system. And then yeah, the obscure anime games would basically like again that'd be like y'all get to kind of decide. Y'all kind of get to decide what the y'all would influence what's on the list for the game for like the obscure anime games because that's going to be on like across multiple systems. And again, I'll let y'all have the first word on like what anime I look into games for. Like gosh, there's one game that I'm not well, one game that I wouldn't include on this list, but kind of gives a good idea of like one idea game I wouldn't include for like the obscure anime games list, but that kind of gives an indication of like what I'm going for. Um, so there is also enough Sailor Moon games to the point where if I were to like, I could potentially do like a Sailor Moon video game showcase. But if I were to do that, one of the games that would definitely if I were to do a Sailor Moon game showcase, one of the games that would definitely be featured. And again, this is kind of one of those games that kind of gives what I'd like to do with the obscure anime game showcase. There's a Sailor Moon fighting game on the Super Nintendo that is still played at Evo to this day. Like it's one of the first games by ArcSys, and it's still played at Evo as like one of the many like side tournaments that happens at the event. Oh boy, this is gonna be all water. It's gonna be all water level, isn't it? Oh, it's a water boss level. Oh boy. Hmm. Well, I'm guessing I gotta need to use a shell. Like with the last stream, with the last stream of Mario Galaxy, for some reason I decided to return to this game with the water levels first, I guess. I think that kind of worked. Okay, I think that actually did work, yes. I was gonna try to aim oh gosh. I was gonna try to aim towards its eyes, but jeez, oh gosh. Hmm. Oh, there's another ship. Ah, dang, I just missed that coin. Okay. So yeah, this will be kind of the finale of well, this should be the finale of Mario Galaxy. Again, I only got like 5 stars left, so 5 stars in the final level. So this shouldn't take me. God dang it! This shouldn't. I'm hoping that this won't take me like. Yeah, I'm thinking that this might only take me about like 2 hours, the first 2 hours of the stream to get through. But we shall see. And then after that, there'll be watching all the different Evo trailers that were released over the weekend, and then well, rewatching all the different Evo trailers that were released over the weekend, and then playing more Trails to Azure. Oh, and then so apparently also, I think it was just like there was a indie, there was an indie showcase announced just today, like for Thursday, just earlier today. So that's another thing for me to watch on. That's another thing for me to watch on Thursday. Oh gosh. I'm really trying to get that. Hmm. Okay, now let me try and get. Thank you. Oh, out. I don't think that hit them that time. I think. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't think that hit them that time. Let me try to aim a little bit better. Hmm. Did I get them? Okay, I think I got them that time. Gosh, what if I'm gonna? Dang. What if I like somehow like died before I got the star? That would suck. I better get that star quick. I better get that star quick before I just like make that happen. Oh, come on. All right. Okay. Well, now I better get more air first. Okay. No, star first. Come on. Dang, you gotta be kidding. All right. Now I'll go for more air. Gosh, I'm about to make that a reality, aren't I? I joked about it happening, and I'm about to make a reality. Real, you gotta be. Come on. Oh, Right. Let me go. I guess. Let me go back for it. Yeah, we're. I'm gonna have to go get back and get more air, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get more air. Because I do not want to have to repeat this boss fight. Alright, where is it? Okay, there it is. Finally! Yes, please. Okay. 4 stars left. Is there any more here? Okay, Gold Leaf Galaxy, Toy Time Galaxy, Sea Slide Galaxy. You know what? Let me head. I'll try Toy Time Galaxy again. That Toy Time Galaxy was pretty fun. Let me try going there again. Mario beats Mario. That almost sounds like it's going to be one of those Shadow Mario levels, but... Oh, okay, it's a level on this Mario. It's a level on the 8-bit Mario. So yeah, we gotta head there. Great job, me. Oh, the 2 trains are connected now. There. Okay, I'll need to get to that star. Update. Okay, let me get all those star bits because those will give me an extra life, which I feel like I'm gonna need when I get to that for that final level. Ow. Well, I'm definitely gonna need if I keep doing this. Oh no. Okay, should be 4 more star pieces around here somewhere. Oh boy. Ow. Okay. Let me collect all these before I go any farther. Alright. Now. Well, didn't see any star... Oh, there's one. That works. There. Right. That's 3. Ow. Jeez. Oh, gosh. Hey, Brad Shakari, welcome in. Hey, you got any tasty Starbits? If you feed me a bunch of Starbits, I'll burst with snacky happiness. I need 50 Starbits. Okay, they need more tasty Starbits. Ow. Yeah, welcome in. Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, we need to get like I need to get about like 6 more. Oh jeez. Uh oh, thank goodness, some coins. Right, that's the fourth one. Tragic Carry says Multivania was nuts. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but from what I saw, the few matches I did get to see were pretty great. I'm definitely gonna go back and watch the remaining ones I didn't get to see when I get a chance. Oh, well, I guess I'm not feeding that Luma. Oh, jeez. Oh no. Yeah, from what I did get to see in Multivania, there was pretty fun matches, and I mean, it's clear that everyone worked really hard on it. I'm sure that I'm sure that I'll enjoy the other matches that I didn't get to see when I get to go back and watch them. There. Oh, I got to go all the way back there. Take it. Uh oh. Oh my gosh! I almost slipped into that lava. Dang it. Well, I'm dead. Okay. So I need to think about like what platforms I hit. Yeah, I need to think about what platforms I could use on the way back. Yeah, for those just tuning in, like I was saying, I'll be in between this game and Trails to Azure. I'll be like recapping the announcements that happened at Evo over the weekend because there were quite a few. I mean, Evo is the place for to announce stuff related to fighting games, or for fighting game announcements. But then after that, yeah, after I beat this game and then do that, then I'll be playing some more Trails to Azure. Also, as you might notice, instead of a donation duel, like we had throughout July, I unfortunately had to kind of open up donation goals again because I got hit with a couple of unexpected. I got hit with a couple unexpected and pricey bills that I had to pay, and so I kind of have to set some donation goals to kind of raise some extra money to hopefully cover that and keep myself financially stable whilst I continue looking for a job. I I did apply for a bunch of jobs over the weekend, but so far I've really haven't heard back from any of them. Okay, 3 stars left. Let's see what I'll go here again. But just as a thank you for all the money donated for the donation duels, what I did was, as a thank you for all the money donated during the donation duels in July, I combined all the money that was donated for all those donation duels, and they're now that money has been counted towards the first donation goal. So we're actually only about $40 away, less than $40 away from the first donation goal at the very start of the month. Hmm. All right. Oh, jeez. No, 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 no. Like, oh, dear. Mm, there. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm trying to survive. This is what I get for, actually, some of these, like I said during one of the earlier streams that, Mario levels tend to usually be easy and then get a bit more challenging as they go towards, like in the post-main game, but honestly, shoot, okay, can I make that? Can I make that? I made it. I just barely made that. Yeah, this game, I actually have had a bit of trouble with some of these, with some of the levels in this. Although that might just be because of, like, motion controls. Or dealing with the motion controls. Hmm. Oh, jeez. Shoot. Ah, dang it. Didn't make it out of that. I should have grabbed the mushroom, the one-up mushroom, before getting the coil spring. Should have done that. Well, let me do that first. Okay, I'll need to go the long way around. I thought maybe I could more easily jump over that wall, but no. Using the coil spring, but nope, I need to take the long way around. That is a big cake. Like if that cake is surviving the gravitational pull of a black hole, that is an incredibly big cake. Now I kind of want to know what it tastes like. Okay, there we go. I do not want to know what this giant ice cream cone tastes like now. I don't want to know what this giant ice cream cone tastes like because Mario's been stepping all over it. You know what? Actually, now that I say that, probably don't want to try that cake. Mario was stepping all over that too. Oh boy. Let me just wait until... Oh, now I can. Actually, curious says that cake doesn't care at all about that black hole. Ah, good one. Okay, I mean, nothing in there. All right. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I made that. Shoot! No! Dang it! No! Okay, I made it back here. Let me wait until one of these gets near me. No, take. Okay, I can see the star over there. I should have grabbed that mushroom. And well. Maybe I can try heading around this way. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. Now I have to grab that mushroom quickly because it only lasts around for a little bit of time. Okay. Alright, now let's go up here. Uh, Let me take this carefully. Yeah, I don't think those things can jump. Those things can't jump, so I can just, like, knocking them down to a lower level will actually work for me fine. Huh. Oh, wait, never mind. I was wrong. I was very wrong. Hmm. There. Okay. Hmm. Alright, well. Was expecting the star to be at the top there. Let me... Do you know where it is? Okay, you know, agreed. Maybe it's something with the candles? Well... Hmm. Try to blow out the candles, big have pop it, go out. Okay, blow out the candles. Hmm. Okay, just spin. There we go. Oh, dang. Oh, boy. Ow. You know what? I'm just gonna... Oh, I see. I need this. And I need to not get hit with it. Hmm. Well, that's not gonna work. Okay. Ah, I forgot. Jumping into the cannon, to the electric cannonballs is not a good idea, as I have just learned. Ow. Okay. Let me try this again now. Oh, jeez. Alright. There we go. Oh, I need to do it multiple times. God dang it. Okay, got it. Oh dang. Nope. Let me go quickly grab that before those mecha Bowsers go after me. Hmm. Hmm. I guess there's another chapter of the storybook. I kind of thought we'd have reached the end of that story, but oh well. Okay, 2 more stars, but first we're gonna go check to see what the new chapter is. Yeah, I've only got about 2 more stars I have left. Only 2 more stars left, and then I can go. Then I can go to the final level. Chapter 7: The Telescope. After seeing their 100th comet, a sudden thought popped into the girl's head. I wonder if my home planet is still as blue as it was. That's when she remembered her father's telescope. Peeking into the telescope, a tiny blue dot floated into sight. It was smaller than a star bit. How strange! It's so far away, but it feels so close. She twisted the knob of the telescope, and the blue dot grew until she could make out a grassy hill dotted with flowers. It seemed very familiar to her. Zooming in closer, a terrace on the hill came into view. I used to go stargazing there when I lived on my home planet. She remembered rubbing the sleep out of her eyes as she followed her father up that hill to look at the stars. She remembered how she and her brother would sled down that hill. Luigi? Ah, it can't be it. She remembered having picnics with her mother on that hill on bright and windy days. And I want to go home. I want to go home right now. The girl burst into tears, and Lumas didn't know what to do. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go back to my house by the hill. I want to see my mother. The girl was shouting now, her face wet with tears. But I know she's not there. I knew all along that she wasn't out there in the sky because she's sleeping under the tree on the hill. Ooh. The girl's cries echoed through the stars, and a hush fell over the area. That should do it for today. All the Lumas are now very. The Lumas are like. The Lumas are now a very distraught by that chapter in the story. Hmm. Okay, just 2 more stars left. Let me go see what levels have stars left in them. And let me go see what levels have stars left in them. Okay, Ghost of the Galaxy, no. Just see Doom Galaxy, Freeze Flame Galaxy, Deep Dark Galaxy. We haven't done. I've only completed like 1 level in the garden. So, let me go there. Yeah, back to the garden. See if there's like 2 levels I can do that I can quickly gain levels in. Or 2 levels I can do that I can get the remaining stars in. Absolutely free. On a very strange side note, kind of insane that they wouldn't really use Rosalina again after. Well, I guess because this is her game, they thought that this would just be. I guess Nintendo really thought that because this is Rosalina's game, this was good enough as a game to give her. They kind of did what they kind of did. Well, not the most, because there's a lot you could do with like a princess like Peach that just rules over that guards the cosmos. I mean, I get she did come back in like Super Mario 3D World, and she's there in like all the spin-off games. Really, is just really I think it's just like a for me personally, it's just kind of similar to a Daisy situation where it's like this character is in all the spin-offs. Why haven't you really used her at all in the main games? Although Daisy did come back in Mario Wonder. There might actually now that I think there might actually be more okay, I'll try this one. Apparently I didn't beat this one. There might be actually more Mario spin-off games than mainline games now that I think about it. No, there almost certainly is. There's gotta be, because there's like Mario Party, Mario Kart. I mean, there's not even like now that I think about it, mainline Mario game doesn't even really make sense as a yeah. Now that I think about it, mainline Mario game doesn't even really make sense at all as like a as a phrase because it's like what is there's like so many different Mario games and so many different subseries. What even is a mainline Mario game? Do you count the RPGs? Do do you count like there's the 2D platformers, there's the 3D platformers. Which of those count as mainline? And we like the Mario Kart and Mario Party games are all really important because like those are like the front runners of their own genres of games, like for kart racing games and like when it comes to kart racing games and like party games, the first thing everyone thinks of is and the best-selling series in those well like the series that kind of established that like kart racing games and party games and like the series that and like the best-selling and most well yeah like the best-selling series in both of those like genres is Mario. So yeah, what even would be a Mario? What even would be a Mario mainline game? Honestly, yeah, honestly, now that I think about it, if I were to do something like similar to First Fantasy, where just playing all the mainline, I'm saying that in quotes now, Mario games, what I might just have to do is just play all the Mario games I could get, which that would be an impossible goal. There are so many dang games. If you feed me a bunch of Starbits, I'll burst snacky app. Okay. Do I have 80 Starbits? Hmm. Okay, I need a bunch more Starbits. Hmm. None around here. Oh. Oh boy. Are those are those molten planets or are those suns? Neither both are worrying. That looks a bit like a sun. Which I mean stars. Well, not exact no stars and no that's got to be a molten planet cuz stars are like there's got to be a molten planet. Yeah, a molten planet because stars and therefore suns would be very different in this are very different from Mario. I mean, we've established that stars are like their own little creatures that form galaxies. Okay. Okay, I need to collect star pieces here. Uh, oh gosh. Okay, I've already found like 4 pieces. I just need to find the last one. And not die. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Alright, what kind of obstacle course I'm going to deal with now? Well, I should have expected that. The level was building up to this. Yeah, considering the level started out with this, I should have been expecting that all these platforms would fall. Jeez, what's going on with this place? Okay, no time for grabbing anything. Okay, I know I just said no time for grabbing anything, but jeez. Hold on just a second. Just a second. Let me get rid of this bot. Coming in at just the worst time it could have. Well, okay, I say that, but there's really no good time for a bot to come in. Oh no. Is that a good thing to do? Okay, it was. Okay, maybe it wasn't. Okay, no stopping. Oh no. That, I'm just running by so many different instruments. Just running by so many. There were so many starbits I had to skip over there because I was panicking and just rushing up to the top. Okay. Well then, let me go get some. That might be a good way to get my final star. Or the final star I need. Give me a bunch of starbits. Okay. 1,600, jeez. I've only got. I need like 1,000 more. Like 1,000 more. Oh, jeez. Well. There's not really a place I could get. Not really. Okay, let me go back up to another area. Let me go back to that molten galaxy again. And see if I can get the last star I need. Okay, it's not the engine room, it's at the garden. Yeah, I just need one more star, so let me go back to that molten galaxy and get it. And yeah, it's gonna be... I mean, I can check here, but I don't think I'm gonna find, Okay, no. No, I've already gotten the 2 stars there, so... Well, I guess I could go back there for star bits to free that hungry Luma, but I'd need like 1,000 star bits to do that. Yeah, I need like 1,000 star bits to feed them, so... I'll go back here. Oh, jeez. Well, I sure picked a heck of a level to play before the final one. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna need to be. Ow. I was just about to say I need to be careful. So, how do I light that on fire? Hmm. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so I can use these guys. These guys follow me, so I can use them. These creatures follow me, so I can use them to light torches like that. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. That take. Well, let me head down there. Yeah, let me grab that. Okay. Ow. Okay, I gotta stop jumping into that. Okay, it doesn't look like this place is about to collapse underneath my feet, which is good. Okay, I need to find 5 more starbits. Or not starbits, the little star pieces. Dang it. Okay. Alright. There's one. Hmm. Okay, that's number 3, number 2. That's 3, 4. Ow, ow, ow. 5. Well, I did get it. Oh, jeez. Okay, none of those are aimed directly at me, so... Well, I wouldn't be able to avoid them if I... If they were aimed at me, I don't think I'd be able to avoid them. Hmm. Okay, I need to find some way of breaking that. Oh. Oh. I need to find some way of breaking... Hmm. There we go. Hmm. Got it. Oh no. Oh hell. Billboard, say, have we met somewhere before? Maybe you'll need to hop on that ball to get through here. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna hate this so much. I already don't like this. I already don't like this at all. I can already say I might lose all my lives on this. This is only the first part. Mm. Okay then. No, dang it. Again, I appreciate, I've said this before, I appreciate motion controls. I don't innately hate them. I don't innately hate them, and I get that they're a nice way to like. I get that they're a fun idea and a fun way to like make sure not all video games play the same, and to try new things, and to try new things with the like how you design gameplay. But gosh, would I just prefer normal controls? No, 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 no! That thing. Damn it. At this point, yeah, I kind of need to keep grabbing this mushroom over here just so I don't lose all my lives. I jumped right into that one. Thank, gosh dang it. Damn it. Well, yeah, now I really need to grab that. Now I really need to grab that what up mushroom. Now I really need to grab that one up mushroom. All right. Come on. Fuck. Hmm. Damn it. Well, I made it further than last time there. Hmm. Oh, they got final. Yay. Well, now we know that if we ever want to set up if I ever want to set up another possibility for a hell stream, maybe I could try the Super Monkey Ball series. Maybe there's a potential for maybe there's potential for a hell stream if I play the Super Monkey Ball series. Okay, there. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and just go to the final level. The Comet Observatory has full power. Now it can fly through the cosmos again. It's time. Do you want to go to the location of your special one at the center of the universe? Yeah, let's go and go. All right, then, off we go. Hmm. Oh, it actually is a rocket, or it actually is a spaceship. Through Bowser's. That's kind of awesome. There's a warp field inside the castle. Go, they're inside. Hurry. Dang. No wonder Bowser took away like the power stars first. Rosalina could just annihilate. Rosalina could just, with that Comet Observatory, could just rocket through most of his ships. Now I kind of wish that Rosalina's final smash in the Smash Bros. Series was just her throwing the Comet Observatory at you. All right, here we go. Final level. Or final main level. There's of course a couple. I'm certain that there's a couple of post story levels. Mama says this fight isn't just for us. It's all about saving your special one. Please be careful. Whatever you do, don't fail. Those spotlights have their own gravity. Try sticking to them. Okay, so I want to get in the spotlights. Dang, it's wall running. Not exact. Well, kinda, yeah, actually, yeah. Well, not exactly, but. Hmm. Oh, I should know. Like, I can already guess ahead of time. This level's gonna have some crazy, like, this level's gonna mess with gravity a lot, like, a lot. 'Cause, I mean, that's been the whole game so far. Oh shoot! I was too caught up in catching catching the stars or the starbits. Ow! Oh no! Is that? Oh, it's an ice planet, I guess. Probably don't want to fall on there though. Oh no! Dang, I'm getting to revisit all the different planet styles. Oh no! Okay, there we go. All right. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Those platforms are disappearing slowly. Shit. Oh dang. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna die. Yeah, those platforms disappear after only a little bit of time. All right. I gotta move. Yeah, I get no time for dilly dallying. Gotta move quickly. Oh jeez. Oh dang it. Got comboed by that bullet bill in the lava. Oh no, I'm back here. Hmm. All right. Okay. Well, there is always a good reason to blow up the Bowser statue, and this time in particular, it helps me. It gets me some coins. Oh jeez. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, after I fell in the lava that first time, I really couldn't change my trajectory. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I kind of expected that. Hmm. Who's here? Let me grab some more health. I can see the star. I can see the warp star at the end of the tunnel there. I just have to reach it through all of this. Oh jeez. Okay, so I can't break those. Oh no. Hmm. Dang it. I was hoping both of them would launch into... Well, I can't really avoid that one. Yeah, I couldn't really avoid that one because the giant bullet headed my way. Okay. Gosh dang it. Okay, back through here again. I do appreciate that every time I get like 50 star bits, I get an extra, or like, I get an extra life, because that does help out. Hmm. Kind of want to go for that one-up mushroom, but seems a bit too risky. I wonder if kind of want to try ducking under that giant bullet, but I don't know if it'll work. Hmm. Okay, can't spin the bullets away, so... Oh, come on! Oh, thank goodness. God damn it! Alright. Well, attempt number 5. I was right that I would need a lot of lives to get through this. No, this is definitely more than attempt number 5. This is attempt number like 7 or 8. Hmm. Oh no, wait. Gosh dang it. Okay. Hmm. So, do not get stomped by these things, or else I'll immediately lose all my lives. I might have gotten stomped by a thwomp once, one other time in this game so far. Mario, no, Mario, no! This is why I didn't want you to do any fancy jumps, dang it. Stop trying to show off, man. Stop trying to show off, man. We're being shot at by we're being shot at by Mario seeking bullets over a bunch of lava rings. Alright, let me try. Gosh dang it. No, no! Hmm. No, dang it, no. Okay, well they're well, I just kind of tried to brute force my way through that for a second. It just didn't work. Getting a lot of dang star bits though. Hmm. Alright, come on. Hmm. You know, let me just hide back here. No, damn it. Damn it. Damn it. No, 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 no. I refuse. Hmm. There's a coin there, but okay. Gosh dang it. I don't know how I dodged that, but okay. No, no, no. Oh, I was so damn close to it. Dang, I can't even mourn because those platforms will drop through, because those platforms will fall through after a little bit of time. I can't even properly mourn or like take a second to stop because as soon as I jump fall on here, those platforms are gonna fall through. Okay, but I nearly made it that time. Let me wait until these bullets go through. No! No! Well, okay, I just screwed myself over. Oh my gosh. Okay, I should be about to get another one up through the star bits, but which I'm gonna need. Okay. Mm. No, 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 no. Okay. I didn't take any extra hits that time, just one. Well, I just screwed myself there. Dang it, no. Okay, maybe there's another... There. Good. Wait, okay. No. Dang it, he's so freaking close to the edge there. Yeah, thank God I made it. Alright, what's waiting for me here? Now get the heck out of the way, Junior. Look at Princess Peach too bad, because she's with me. Peach, just knock him off. Just knock him off. Also, why is Bowser Jr. like bigger than Peach there? But yeah, just like kick him off. I know you're strong, Peach. Oh, of course. I know you're strong, Peach. I know you have like magic powers. Yeah, I kind of need that one. All right. All right, I'm here again. Finally, you got here just in time to see the creation of my galaxy, the center of the universe. Watch and weep. From this galaxy, I'll rule a great galactic empire with Peach by my side. It will last forever. I'll rule every pitiful corner of the universe. So, Mario, as you can see, I got big plans, and stopping you is at the top of my list. Yes, you said that every single other time. Okay, I guess final Bowser boss fight. Ooh, a coin. Hmm. Oh, jeez. Hmm. Ow. Dang it. Ow. Oh, okay. That, that works. Oh, jeez. Dang it. Ow. Mario, get up. Where's he? What the? Okay, fine. Let me get some more health. Right? Dang it. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Aha! Dang it, where's he running to? Ah, dang it. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Right, let me see if I can try and... Oh, dang it. Oh, is that it? Oh. The level getting here was actually much more difficult than the fight. Anyway, so long, Bowser. Fall into the sun. Or not the sun, but like a molten planet around it. Whatever. Fall into lava. Hooray, I did it. Oh. Oh, gee. Dang, Bowser Jr. really can't steer his ship well. Hooray! And that's why you don't try and go building your own galaxy out of molten lava at the center of the universe. It don't work out. Oh, he's still. Well, yeah, I mean, what am I saying? Of course he's still alive. It's Bowser. You really did. I don't know if Bowser's ever actually died. And it, like, and even if he has, it's like he immediately comes back. Guys got Dragon Ball levels of resurrection. Oh no, my galaxy, my empire! I was gonna have so many lava planets. Uh-oh. Jeez! Oh, that's gosh dang it, Bowser! Don't tell me we're gonna have to go back get back all the power stars from the Comet Observatory all over again. Oh gosh, no, it's even worse. Everything's just breaking down. Okay. Oh, hi, Luma. Oh no, that was them waving goodbye. Oh no. Oh no, all the Lumas! Did they just fucking remake the universe? Holy shit. What the hell is going on? Did the Lumas just incite a did the Lumas just incite a Big Bang and recreate the universe? What's with the baby crying? Do you hear the baby stars? These newborns will grow up to become galaxies someday. Wow, you are really tall. When stars die, they turn to stardust and scatter across the cosmos. Eventually, that stardust reforms to create a new star, and so the cycle of star life continues. But the cycle never repeats itself in quite the same way. So, you'll see. So, are we freaking Mario cosmology? The universe rebuilds itself, but every time it's a slightly different universe. I don't want to go like too crazy into Mario, like into Mario lore, because that is a pointless endeavor. But it almost feels like after the storybook chapters, it almost feels like Rosalina is saying there that she's she's from a previous universe. Which I mean, I did notice that the castle in the storybook chapters looked a bit like this castle here, but again, really shouldn't start thinking about this. Thinking about Mario cosmology is a like there's that would open up so many questions. So let's not even bother. Well, I mean, it seems to be the same universe, so same Peach, same Mario, same Bowser. Kick him into the ocean. Look, okay, Bowser. This time you've taken your yandere tendencies a little too far. All new life carries the essence of stars, even all of you. Oh, okay. Oh, are those new levels I can visit? Cool. Okay, Bowser, you've taken your yandere tendencies a little too far this time. You were already taking, well, not a little, a lot of too far this time. You were already taking it a little too far with how many times you tried to take over the kingdom and kill, like, everyone you don't like just to get with Peach. But unmaking and remaking the galaxy, that's way too far. She's not into you, man. She's not into you, man. Take a hint. It speaks to the power. It speaks to the power of monster boys and monster girl appeal. It speaks to the appeal of monster boys and monster girls. People still ship will still ship Bowser and Peach this many years later, or after all the games have shown us. Oh, jeez, that was pretty fun. Again, I do think that I would have enjoyed that. I think I did. The motion controls was a bit hit or miss. The motion controls were like a hit and miss with me overall. I think I would have liked it. I think I would have liked it. I think I would have like when I eventually. I'd like to at some point if I can get the money together. I'd like to get a Wiimote and like play through more of this game. Yeah, I'd like to get a Wiimote and play more of this game because I just don't know. I just don't think this controller really works with these controls. But with these motion controls seem very favorable. Like you really need to have really need to play this with a Wiimote in order to experience these motion controls properly. Banishing Carry says, which came first, Bowser or Yandere? Are they really Bowser tendencies? I'm sure Yandere have been around for a long time. Unfortunately. But yeah, the but yeah, That was overall very fun. Again, like I said, this is the only game I can think. I'm sure there are other games like this, but this is the only game I can think of off the top of my head where it had atmosphere to it, but that atmosphere was like whimsical and like positive and happy instead of being like sad or depressed or like scary. But dang, this is I can just off of the vibes, I can see why this is a lot of people's favorite Mario game. It's just off of the vibes alone. This would have probably been like unlike any other game people were playing when it came out. The there were I did have some problems with some levels, but that was like I mean a challenging level does not make me dislike the game. And there were a lot of fun and very creative levels to this. I'm not sure if this is like my I really don't know how I'd rank the different Mario platformers. Cuz that's a whole different kettle of fish. Yeah, this one was a lot of fun. And I totally get the Rosalina I totally get the Rosalina fans. Now, okay, I am going to take a little bit of time. Let me see like what the I want to see what like the like I want to see what happens after the credits. No problem. I just wish this was no problem. Just please make it so that this is more easily available so that I don't have so that other people don't have to play it like how I had to. Okay, well we got to go see what Okay, well I got to go see what that other chapter in the storybook is. Let me go see what that chapter in the storybook is, and then I also want to see like I also want to see if like to the post does the game just continue does the game just continue from right before you left to go "Oh, welcome back. I knew you would return eventually. Please look down at your feet. This number you see represents the number of power stars you need to access another world. Whether you succeed or fail, just attempting the challenge says something about your character. Another world, okay. Alright. It would be kind of cool if, like, some of the other characters I met were just hanging out here. Hmm. So I guess we were apparently just taken to right before we went to... Well, no. Because that's... No, because that it shows that we beat that level. So I guess that opens up the other levels. Okay. Let me go see what the storybook chapter is. Chapter 8. The Wish. Though usually quite cheery, one day the girl group became sad again. Luma drew close to try to comfort. Mama, you still have me. And don't be sad about your mama because she's a part of you. That means she's always close by. It's like me. I love Starbits because they remind me of my mama. No, 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 the girl said, unable to stop the tears. A lonely look flickered across Luma's face, but it was soon replaced by a wide grin. I have an idea. I will transform into a comet, a soaring comet that can carry you all on this journey. With that, Luma, trailing bands of white, soared high into the sky and just as quickly started to plummet back down. Kaboom and kablam! The ground shook and a bright light poured out of the crater that the Luma had created. The bands of light twisted together to form a comet tail, and then Luma emerged reborn as a comet. The girl could scarcely believe her eyes. But how? She kept asking. Our destiny as Lumas is to transform into different things, said Red Luma, who had suddenly appeared. Stars, comets, planets, we can become all these things. When I grow up, I want to become a star that makes everyone special smile. That makes someone special smile, said a green Luma. A blue Luma chimed in. That Luma turned into a real cutie of a comet, didn't he? All the Lumas together said, no more crying, Mama. Thank you, said the girl in a whisper, and she pulled the Lumas close and hugged them. From that day on, star bits no longer fell from the girl's eyes. The comet set forth for the girl's home planet, its long tail blazing proudly behind it. Final chapter, family. Okay. With its many lumas and telescopes, the comet was quite a sight to behold. The girl and Lumas were proud to call it home. At a welcoming party for a new Luma, the girl gathered everyone in the kitchen and said in a louder voice than usual, "All right, everyone, let's make a cake. A cake sprinkled with starbits. Then it will be a star cake." The Lumas excitedly began to gather the ingredients. As she watched the Lumas scurry about, the girl smiled and thought to herself, "This is my family now, and I will stay with them until they're ready to leave the nest. And when they do, I'll see them off with a smile, because that's what makes a mother happiest." That night, when the girl lay down to sleep, a soft light enveloped her and reminded her of the blue planet she once called home. "It would be nice to return home once every 100 years to nap in my favorite sleeping nook." The comet carrying the Lumas and the girl continues on its journey to this very day. With more family members in tow than can be counted, it's said that the comet visits the girl home planet once every 100 years, its proud white tail glittering in the sky. The end. Dang, girl just wanted to find her mom and ended up becoming the mother of every single planet and galaxy in the cosmos across multiple universes. It's quite a lot to put on someone's shoulders. That is really nice because it's rare that we get like a full backstory for a Mario character. Like most usually it's just very simple, but like that is a fully fleshed out backstory for this character. Anyway, it was nice meeting you, Rosalima and Lumas. You're all pretty great. Hope that Nintendo puts you in some. Hope that Nintendo keeps putting both of you in more Mario games. That's gonna be it for Mario Galaxy. Actually, just save here for a second. So yeah, that'll be it. And that would make the. Like I said, I might do some more of these other levels in my spare time, but if I do that, I'm gonna try to get a Wiimote first. But yeah, that was a fun. I'm glad I got to finally play this game. That was pretty fun. And I'm hmm. All right, I'm gonna try. Yeah, okay. I mentioned that we would watch some of the different we would watch some of the different Evo announcement trailers that happened, and we'll do that. Yeah, we'll watch those different trailers, and then I'll switch all the stuff that was announced for over Evo weekend, and then I'll switch over to Trails to Azure. But just let me take a moment to think about this. That was okay. That makes Mario Galaxy on my quest to beat like 30 games before I turn 30. That makes it game number 14. So I'm almost, yeah, I'm just one more game away. Like I'm 16 games away from my goal. Also, because I'm beating this now, yeah, Trials of Mana and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart will be starting next. Those will be starting next Tuesday, and then Super Mario Galaxy. So that makes this game number out of total playthroughs I've done. That makes this game number 174. Yeah, this makes this game 174, or playthrough 174 on the channel. Also, nice start to August. A nice start to August. I went already beat one of the games I wanted to play. So yeah, well, whilst I take down Mario Galaxy, we're gonna watch some of these trailers that premiered. Starting with one that this is not a trailer from yeah the before I actually continue, I just want to say thank you all for joining me whilst I played this. This was just one of those games that I wanted to experience for myself because it looked really interesting. And it's widely regarded as one of the best Mario games, and I can definitely see why. And also, again, this is just a game that it fits perfectly with like the style of my channel. Like like after I got af, like that is one like this game was perfect to play with like the art I have, the art theme I have for my channel. So So yeah, let me. Yeah, I'm gonna take a brief moment. I'm gonna switch over to watching the different trailers for everything that happened. Well, there's trailers that happened in Evo, and then there was one trailer I missed from before Evo that I wanted to watch on stream. I just forgot. I just forgot to check it out. Hold on. And whilst I'm doing that, I'll actually be taking down all the different. I'll be taking down all the different Mario. All the Mario Galaxy. Actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and take that down. And I'll go ahead and set whilst we're watching this. I'll set up the. Yeah, whilst we're watching this first trailer or two, I can go ahead and start setting up for Trails to Azure. But so yeah, there's a bunch of trailers that were released over the course of there were a bunch of trailers released over the course of yeah over Evo weekend. However, the one I wanted to start with, the one I wanted to start with. Oh, and actually, there's one more I forgot to pull up. Yeah, the one I wanted to start with was the Sagat trailer, which came out like 2 weeks ago, and I just forgot to watch it with everything that was going on. Yeah, just a second. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the Sagat trailer, and then go to the other Street Fighter trailers. And whilst I'm doing that, I'm gonna set up for I'm gonna try to get most of the stuff set up for Trails to Azure. And then after that, I will go on break to just to finish setting up for Trails to Azure, and also to cut the YouTube feed in half because well, to cut the YouTube feed and then restart it because that works better for the saving the VODs. But anyway, so yeah, the first a lot of trailers from Evo over the weekend. A lot of fight. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of fighting game trailers. But the first one of these I wanted to watch is not actually from Evo. It is from before Evo, like 2 weeks ago. It's Sagat's trailer. For that kind of goes more into him. And I didn't watch. I forgot to watch the teaser trailer on stream. I forgot to watch this trailer on stream, but I did want to watch it on stream because I mean, new character for Street Fighter 6, and I do love me some Street Fighter 6.
A man who reached the pinnacle of Muay Thai and then became one of the grand masters of an international terrorist organization.
Mm.
The
Yep, that's the guy. Ooh, that's a good theme. Okay, that's a good theme, and that's a great like revision of his Street Fighter 2 stage. Like, yeah, taking the Street Fighter 2 stage and keeping the giant Buddha statue and just making it absolutely giant is great. Oh gosh.
It will be my pleasure to test your strength.
Jeez. His moves look really brutal, which is great. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly that works really well for him. Jeez. Jeez.
I shall fight you until your final breath. Show me your strength.
He's so freaking tall. I think he's even taller than Marisa. Huh. It kind of an interesting inversion. I liked Elena's second costume, which was really just her old Street Fighter, which was just her classic costume. I liked Elena's street classic costume more than her than her new costume for Street Fighter 6. Just because like I think the hair for her older costume is a bit better. But in this one, I really like Sagat's new costume much more than his older one. I think that's partially just down to like his new costume makes him look like some old and make his new costume makes him look like an old warrior hermit. His new costume's got a bit more personality to it. Jeez!
I cannot lose. Not to anyone.
Dang. That made him look brutal. They made him look brutal, but I think actually the thing I like most about this, I'll probably try him out for a little bit, although I don't know if he'll be one of my characters I really want to learn more to play. Because as far as like the powerhouse characters, Maurice is kind of she's the big powerhouse I really want to learn to play more. But the thing that sticks out to me the most really is like this is basically his Street Fighter 2 stage, which is just like this like with including the giant Buddha, but they took the big Buddha, which is like kind of close to players, so it just looked like really big, like a bigger big enough to be like a house, and they made it gigantic. This thing looks absolutely massive. I want to have a fight on that. I want to have a fight on like have a boss fight with someone on that thing. It looks huge. I'm guessing it's got to be based off of like a real statue. Hmm. It looks like they went a bit more with the Muay Thai because like Sagat's always been like the Muay Thai fighter. And it looks like went a bit more with that because he's like really uses those knee and elbow strikes now. Oh, there was one fun thing to mention about Evo that happened over the weekend is I try to watch as much of like the I try to watch like as much of everything as I could that was being shown on the different Evo streams, especially when yeah, like from pools to top 24 to top 8. So I basically had like five or six windows open at one time and just kept looking between everything. And from what I saw, for most of the games there was kind of like it looked like people were mainly players were mainly following tiers, or like some certain characters saw quite a lot more use than others, while other characters I didn't see get represented. Like I can't remember seeing like any Mize or like any Mize in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, or like a good number of characters from yeah, like any Mize or a couple other characters from Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and a couple other characters some of the other games. The exception though was Street Fighter and Tekken. I saw like through watching all the different matches, I saw every single character from Street Fighter Six's roster, like from the base roster all the way through all the DLC characters represented at some point in Evo. Now, of course, some characters were preferred over were used quite a bit more times, and only like a couple players were using a couple certain characters made it to like the finals. But still, I saw like every single character be used, and the same was it was I think it was like the same for Tekken. Like I think I saw like almost every single character besides like maybe one or two from Tekken 8's roster being used at some point during Evo. Which I'm just mentioning it because that's a sign of a good roster. That's a sign of a really good roster a really good roster in a fighting game. That like everyone, that like every character is getting played at a professional level at some point, or at a competitive level at some point. Yeah, that's Sagat. I don't know if I'm Sagat came out like today, I think. Yeah, Sagat came out like today, and I really don't have the money to buy. I really don't have the money to buy a new character for Street Fighter right now. But when I get the chance, maybe once I finally get a new job, whenever I can finally get a new job, I'm probably will buy and wouldn't mind trying him out on stream, like I did with so many of the other Street Fighters. Speaking of which, so that was the got like released like today, and we got a trailer for the next character, Sea Viper. This isn't like a full trailer. This is just a teaser trailer. And already something funny. A lot. I saw some people mentioning that this looks like the training room, like the whole like the very blank white training stage that you
That's the leader of the organization known as Shadowman. His
yeah, the
name is
blank white
Bison. This is
training stage
simulation data based
that
on his
you
battle prowess.
have fight can fight in or train in.
But as a research
Apparently,
director,
that's a real location in
I'll
game
have to test
in
what
Street
this thing
Fighter's
is
world.
capable of. Out of all the data obtained by Siren, this one's the most dangerous. We should be able to fight against it.
I don't
Let's
remember.
boot it up.
I remember Sea Viper being
Begin
like a
test.
spy for for like I think the United States government. Apparently, she's like gotten a promotion to being like a researcher or a promotion or well, yeah, like a the head of a research yeah the head of a research lab.
Nice work.
It makes sense that she'd be makes sense to be Autumn. I mean, she got just released, so it makes sense to give a few months before releasing her.
Ugh, I hate doing overtime.
And yes, as you would expect, a lot of the comments were a lot of the comments were mommy. And I get why. And I totally get why. Would actually want I haven't I don't think I've even played Sea Viper in like any of the she was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which I did play quite a bit, but I don't I didn't play her specifically in that game. And had the 3DS version of Street Fighter 4, but I can't remember playing her too much in that game. So this similar to Sagat and Elena. Yeah, similar to Elena, this will probably be a good chance for me to finally try her moves out to see like what they do for or how different she is in Street Fighter 6. And also to complete the Street Fighter announcements, well, I gotta show this one. I gotta show this one because like they actually made a big. This is the swimsuit outfits trailer. I'm showing this one because they actually made a big deal out of it in Evo. They revealed like the teaser like before the Street Fighter Top 8. They revealed like the trailer for Sea Viper, and then they were like, oh, "Okay, it's time for Top 8." Wait, we got one more thing, and then it's like it was these swimsuits. Now I'll go ahead and say on the one hand, everyone in the swimsuit looks really great. Yeah, everyone in the swimsuit looks really great. Really great. And I've already seen some people online say, alright, I'm a Kimberly main now. However, I am as amazing as these looks, I am a little sad that it's only for these 7 characters. I am a little sad that it's only for these 7 characters. Like that Cammy with tan lines in a swimsuit that is peak character design. And that swimsuit on Chun-Li is peak character design, but I was really looking forward to Marisa in a swimsuit, alright? And there are a couple of I was really looking forward specifically to Marisa, and also to see like what a couple other characters' swimsuits would be like. Like what swimsuit would they give Blanca or Zangief? But they were, and I mean those like most of those swimsuits looked really good. So was really hoping they would do it for like all the characters. Bradshy Carey says no Jury. No, for Jury, her costume for it. Yeah, for Jury got the worst part. Got the worst out of this. Her costume for is a collab with that K-pop group, um, Navis, and the Jury fans don't like it because it gives her shoes. It gives and yeah, the Jury fans really don't like it because it gives her shoes, and they really don't like the design. And that whole K-pop collab has been really annoying to people because that whole collaboration has been really annoying to people, and people really don't like that collaboration in general because it adds like aespa. is there Navis? No, I can't. I need to look up the name of this again. Yeah, Navis. Okay, Aespa is the name of the group. Navis is the name of this creation, this creature. It's like Navis is like an AI generated idol that was made by combining aspects of the actual members of the Aespa group, and no one likes it. The Aespa fans don't like it. The other fan, to the point where, from what I've heard, this Navis thing gets banned from, and like it gets booed off the stage every time it appears. And so, in order to try and like push it, like to push it to like get people to like it, they when this whole like collab between Street Fighter and Aespa happened, um, the Aespa's management, the company that managed Aespa was like, put Navis in there as a commentator. So yeah, so yeah, there's no not only is there no where I'm going with this is not only is there no jury costume, not only is there no not only excuse me, not only is there no jury swimsuit, but the costume they put in there instead of the jury swimsuit is angering people, is getting people really annoyed. Now, as far as me playing Street Fighter 6, because this is yeah, even though this is like I I don't know if I haven't been able to find any concrete records of like whether the Navis itself was like made with an AI the Navis commentator that was in Street Fighter 6 is made with an AI generated voice, or like if they had a voice actor recreate a voice act they hired a voice actors to recreate lines. But because this is not something because this is not like something Street Fighter 6 had itself, like this is not a character made with AI generation, or like a character in game that's AI generated, but something related to a collab for something that'll probably be gone within a year, and you gotta pay money for it. I don't know if you have to like buy the commentator or if that's just available, because I don't use the commentator feature, like no one uses the commentator feature in Street Fighter. So because of that, I am willing to like give this a little bit of a pass as far as playing it on stream. But now I got to keep an eye on Street Fighter 6 and Capcom to see if they try and to see if like Capcom gets any ideas and tries to put some of like some sort of actual AI generated voice acting in this game. So yeah, that was a really long answer, Brad Chicanery, but I know that was a really long answer, Brad Chicanery, but basically, I had to give that long of an answer because not only is there no jury swimsuit, but it was there. But instead of a jury swimsuit, we got a collab that people really don't like. But anyway, okay, that's all the Street Fighter trailers. Okay, here's the next thing, because there was a little something shown off for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, which okay, that's yeah, I can tell you right now, from not being at Evo. Yeah, I'm actually going to mute this because of what the announcement is. But like from the just to talk a little about Marvel Tokon at Evo, there were lines out the door to play like the There was like a setup. The different different publishers and developers had setups to play different fighting games. Actually, you know, I'm gonna. They had like different setups to play different fighting games, and the Marvel Tokon setup, like the cabinets to play Marvel Tokon, like the line was out the door. Like I was not actually at Evo, but I saw people streaming it, and from the streams I saw, like yeah, the line was just winding around the door. People were waiting for hours to play Marvel Tokon because so many people were excited for it. And so we did get an announcement about Marvel Tokon. There was no new character announcement. There was no new Marvel. There was no new character announcement. Instead, we got an announcement of like a closed beta. So basically, that arcade setup that people were playing at Evo is now going to be available as part of a closed beta. So yeah, that arcade setup that was at Evo, that's gonna be you're gonna be able to play that as part of the closed beta. And so no new character announcements, and there's only 6 characters in this beta. But from what I was seeing and people very like enjoying the game, that's I think this people are gonna be people are really excited to try out this beta. Okay, that's what happened for Tokon. Next was okay. We got like a surprise as far as the new Virtua Fighter. We got like a new, and I'm willing to show this off. Okay, we got like a little snippet of like new Virtua Fighter gameplay. I know I'm just kind of running through all these announcements, but there was quite a few announcements. Yeah, we got a little snippet of Virtua Fighter gameplay. And no, I'm not a I haven't played any other Virtua Fighter games, and none of the other Virtua Fighter games have interested me. But I've mentioned before, I'm kind of interested in this one because Ryuga Gotoku Studios, the Yakuza devs, are making this. They're making this Virtua Fighter. And so because of that, I did want to show the Virtua Fighter trailer that premiered at Evo. Because even though I have no interest, even though I've like, I'm kind of interested, even though I haven't played any Virtua Fighter since I have no idea how the games play, I can see a little bit of Yakuza influence in this. With like a couple different things. Yeah, this is really just, we only saw these 2 characters, who I don't know who they are. We saw like these 2 characters dueling in like a training stage. And while I haven't played or really watched much of Virtua Fighter, I can kind of see the Yakuza influence in that they're really highlighting like the damage your character takes. Like this girl in the blue outfit, who is definitely not Zero Suit Sam, who's definitely not just Samus Aran fist fighting. Like this girl in the blue outfit, who's definitely not just Samus Aran. When she like took some hits here, like showed like almost looks like her nervous system getting damaged. And then at the very end here, when she does this final kick, not only does it do this like cool camera slow-moing where it just repeats the final hit, it like does the Yakuza like camera slow down. Yeah, this. Like in the Yakuza games, when you beat the last enemy in a group, it'll show them after you did the final hit as though like their body will fall to the ground. So even though I don't, and also this also mentioned that we're going to see more at the Tokyo Game Show. So even though I know nothing about Virtua Fighter, and would have to really see more of this game before I have like and see more of this game and see some of the roster before I have an interest in picking it up. Yeah, even though I might have to see more of this game. I'd have to see more of this game and like what the roster looks like before I'd pick it up. Definitely, this game is definitely showing like influence from Yakuza, which does make that raises my interest in it because again, love me those Yakuza games, and I can't wait for either Ichiban or Kiryu to be a guest character. That probably won't happen, but it would be funny if it did. Okay, that's this one. Then we got another trailer. Okay, this is a character for this is a trailer for the last character. Hold on, I need to check to make sure. There was actually 2 things announced for Guilty Gear. I just gotta make sure. Okay, yeah. So yeah, there were announcements for. Okay, I did the announcements for I did the announcements for Street Fighter, for Virtua Fighter. Okay, the announcements for Guilty Gear. There's like Guilty Gear announcements and then Tekken announcements. So the Guilty Gear announcement first, we got a trailer for Lucy, who's like the first guest character in Guilty Gear, from my knowledge. And specifically, it's like Lucy. It's like they're crossing over with Cyberpunk, which out of a first guest character guest character for Guilty Gear, that's kind of surprising to see. But as with all Guilty Gear characters, she looks amazing.
This is some seriously odd shit. Encrypted, huh? Like that's gonna stop me.
She kind of seems like a zoner character, given that she's got these whips that can hit enemies from a pretty far range, and also got a gun.
Need to run manual diagnostics, file at a time if I got it.
And
An organic person, no
she's also got this thing where she like hacks a character.
Chrome. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, she can she can pause you mid game to like hack you and add, I guess, status debuffs, which is crazy to think for a fighting game character.
Yes, I got sloppy, or I got popped by a rogue AI. Either way, not my finest hour. It was so close.
Also, again, even though I haven't played Cyberpunk 2077 or seen Edge Runners yet, like I have, from what I've played of Guilty Gear, hearing the music team for Guilty Gear make like music inspired by Cyberpunk is gonna be crazy. Strive already has like some of the best music themes in any fighting game I've played. So seeing what they come up with for this whole like really sci-fi like character and cyberpunk character will be both the game and the genre of cyberpunk will be interesting to see. I forgot when they mentioned like she would be releasing.
Someone I care for and lost, forgot. What if I let it happen all over again? I need to find him.
Okay, August 21st. So yeah, she's actually coming out this month. Yeah, she's coming out earlier this month. Or later this month. Okay, and then there was another announcement. There was another announcement for Guilty Gear Strive. If you want to know how much people love Strive, I'm not sure if you can hear it in the trailer, but this is like taken directly from like Evo. This is taken directly from Evo when they show this trailer. People are singing along to the theme song. Yeah, that's something that was also mentioned during Evo that Guilty Gear Strive has hit over 3.5 million players, which to go from a really cult classic like fighting game series to the point where like over 3.5 million people are playing it. That's huge. So, so from what I know, that's basically announcing like Guilty Gear Strive 2.0. And from what I've heard from people, Frashy Carey says Strive is making strides. Yes. So from what I heard from people who know far more about Guilty Gear than me, is that basically like back when Guilty Gear made like the Guilty Gear Zerd, they then after a point released Guilty Gear Zerd Revelator, which was like an expansion onto Zerd, which kind of like added a whole lot more to the game. And this is looking to be like that. This is basically like this is not a sequel to Strive. This is an expansion onto Strive. Like they're taking instead of just like ending the game soon, they're just going to go ahead and expand it with a new version that adds a lot more. That adds in a lot more, or adds in more to the game. And another thing is they kind of have like they have like two teases for characters right here, and people have Guilty Gear fans are really dedicated to the games because they showed was these outlines, and people have already figured out that this is like Robokai and Jam. People have already figured out who these two are. People have already figured out who these two are just from like a brief second, like a 2 second long outline. From a 2 second long outline, people are already like, oh yeah, that's those two. We already know who that is. Okay, and then so that was the Strive announcements. That was the Strive announcements. So that was okay. That was Street Fighter, Virtua Fighter, um, yeah, Street Fighter 6, upcoming Virtua Fighter, Guilty Gear Strive, Marvel Tokon. Okay, and then lastly, we got a trailer for Armor King from Tekken. And normally I don't do the Tekken character trailers because I haven't really played a lot of Tekken 8 yet. Similar to like I don't usually do the Guilty Gear character trailers because I haven't played that much Guilty Gear yet. I was hoping to play some of both games over the weekend, but I ended up having to. Well, I spent like the first day of Evo weekend. In addition to, well, I spent like the Friday of Evo weekend applying for a bunch of jobs, and then Saturday and Sunday were going to be the days when I played like both of these games. But then Saturday was the day when like I had to pay bills, and that's when I found out about the unexpected additional cost to my utility bill. So instead, I ended up panicking and spending that. I panicked and spent that day applying for more jobs. So didn't even really get to. I basically had to spend the rest of the weekend applying for more jobs. Anyway, but I did want to show this tech, even though I haven't played a lot of Tekken. I did want to show this trailer because one, I mean, I was showing the Street Fighter trailer. The Street Fighter trailers were the main thing. But that's the main game I show fighting game trailers for. But I mean, since Evo happened and also Marvel Tokon, I'll start showing trailers for that game because I'm really excited for Marvel Tokon. But the they decided to show all these other games like Virtua Fighter, Guilty Gear, and Tekken because those also happened over the weekend, and because the trailers were really good, and also for this Armor King trailer specifically, there are so many wrestling references in this. I immediately want to try out this character. Like all all I really know, all I knew when I get to playing more when I get to finally trying out Tekken, I do want to try out King because I know that I'm not usually a person that plays grapplers, but King being like a clear reference, being like a joke version of Tiger Mask is a lot of fun. And then they revealed this character, and even though I just know that Armor King is like an alternate version of King, or is like a rival to King. There are just so many wrestling references in this, so many cool wrestling references in this. It makes me want to try out the character if I had the money to buy them, which I don't. Maybe after I get, maybe after I get a new job, I'll just buy all the DLC characters I want to get, and then we'll just do one big stream where I play out a bunch of fighting games. Always love to hear Lena Hart. Always love to see Lena Hart getting paid more. As you saw there, he's got this flames coming out of his mask. He can like breathe fire out of his mask. I'm just gonna tell so that I'm just gonna mention all the different wrestling references he's got.
I'll show you just how scary boxing can be.
And then the poison mist is like the poison mist that you see so many heel wrestlers do. It is a major part of his move set. He keeps what a major part of his move set is him spitting poison mist on his opponents. So Armor King is like in this, at least in Tekken 8, from what I see, is just the most It's just the most heel wrestling inspired character in a fighting game. And he breathes fire on his hand to ignite it and hit enemies for I guess more damage. Which is so cool. Oh, the freaking Stone Cold Stunner. That's great. Just a freaking power bomb into like a knee, into a running knee. Amazing. Again, I haven't played much Tekken, but just all the references to different wrestling moves that I have seen wrestlers do in his move set just has me want to try this guy out. And like for his the thing that made me really like him for his super, he teleports you to another ring, which he then yeah, the table. Yeah, for his super, he teleports you to another ring that he then smashes you through till the ring breaks. And I found out from someone who knows a bit more about wrestling history than me that the move he does is something called the Burning Hammer, which is a move that was so dangerous. It was only used like 7 times in wrestling before it was banned. And then for like his victory pose, he just jumps you through a table. He just knees you through a table. Yeah, there is. I've I've never gone from I've never gone from I don't know who this character is to I want to play this character so well. Okay, there's a couple other times. Elena was one of those characters. Elena was one of those characters where it was like I don't really know who this is. To well, actually, I did know her from Street Fighter 3 because I saw her in Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4. This is one of the cases where one of the most cases where I've gone from like I don't know who this is to I want to try this person out. And he comes out in October, so maybe I'll have gotten a new job by then. Arzesko fan says, is he really a heel if he's only after another heel? Yes. You can be a heel if you go after another heel. Mhm. You can It's not done as much, but there have been some good heel versus heel matches and feuds in wrestling. Oh wait, okay, what is that? Oh, I need to go back and see what those other costumes were. Okay, costume 2 is just his first costume, but it's white. That third costume, that okay, that is definitely a reference to like some luchador or New Japan wrestler, but I can't place it exactly, but that looks like it's heavily inspired by like a couple of different luchadors and New Japan wrestlers. So in addition to okay, we got the trailer for Armor King's gameplay, and we also got like it was mentioned that at the end of this season, it's been mentioned before that at the end of the season pass, we would actually see a new character instead of a returning character, and so we're actually getting that here. It's like like a brand new character at the end of this season pass. And it's her. Don't really, don't really. This is just all we saw. This is just all we saw. That's her name. She's from Madagascar, and so the stage is in Madagascar. But just for her design already looks kind of interesting. So interested to see. Yeah, interested to see. What I'm interested to see like uh what her fighting style is like. But that's all the major Evo trailers. There were a couple of smaller things for like there were a couple of smaller things for like Rivals of Ether 2. But as far as like the big Evo trailers, that was all the ones for that was all the ones from Street Fighter 6, whatever that new Virtua Fighter is going to be. Street Fighter 6, whatever that new Virtua Fighter is going to be. Um the Tekken 8 and Guilty Gear Strive. Oh, and Marvel Tokon. Yeah, that and from Marvel Tokon as well. So now that I've done that, and now that I did beat Mario Galaxy, I'm gonna take a little bit more of a. I'm gonna go take a break where I can finish preparing to. I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break so that I can finish preparing. Finish setting up Trails to Azure. Yeah, so I can finish setting up Trails to Azure, and then we'll also cut the YouTube VOD so that that's gonna be separate for so that can be separate for Trails to Azure. And then once I'm ready, I'll get back. The stream will return. So just be back in just a second. All right. So yeah, be back in a little bit.